It is official. The U.S. House of Representatives has voted to impeach President Trump for inciting insurrection.
And this marks the second time Trump has been impeached. And joining us now to discuss further is North Central College political science professor Stephen Caliendo. Professor Caliendo, thanks as always for being with us. Put into perspective, first off, just how historic this is.
Well, it's historic because it's only the fourth time we've had an impeachment. It's the only one president now has had an impeachment twice. It's also historic because even though the floor was pretty low, it is the most bipartisan impeachment we've had. Impeachments have fallen on party lines. This one did certainly as well. But 10 of the 217 or the 207 Republicans who voted on the resolution voted to impeach today, and that's a lot. That's right. That's more than we've had in previous impeachments.
Yeah, and the last impeachment, the first impeachment of President Trump, no Republicans voted for that. So now it goes on to the Senate, and two quick key questions there: will Republicans actually sign on in convicting the president, and when is this going to happen?
Well, it's not going to happen anytime soon. The leader of the Senate put out a statement, Mitch McConnell, just moments ago, to say that the 19th will be the first day that the Senate will take it up. That's the day before the inauguration, of course, the day before the president leaves office anyway. So there will be a trial in the Senate, but it will not happen in time. But quite frankly, these take a couple of weeks anyway, and so even if it started tomorrow, there probably wouldn't be enough time, for a vote whether or not the president should leave office involuntarily.
And in the meantime, we are expecting a heavily militarized Washington, D.C. leading up to and during the inauguration itself. Do you expect any surprises between now and then?
Well, I think, the reports are that a lot of activity is scheduled for Sunday. So not actually on Wednesday, the inauguration day, but the 17th, Sunday beforehand, both in the nation's capital and in state capitals around the country. And certainly both the federal government and state governments are bracing for potential violence as a result of what we saw last Wednesday. So I think the next few days are going to be tumultuous for sure. We can only hope that they're not deadly, that they're not very violent.
Let's take a little bit of a wider look right now and what this means for Trump's political future and also his hold on the Republican Party. Your thoughts?
There's a couple levels to that. I mean, if he is found to be guilty of the charge for which he was impeached in the Senate, there could be then a vote to prevent him from holding other public office, and that would answer the question. It still wouldn't answer the question about what his pool would be on the Republican Party. But even short of that, the question is how bad has he damaged his legacy among his base, even not the strongest of his base, but the 74 million people who voted for him. How much influence is he going to have? It'll be interesting to see if those 10 Republicans who voted to impeach him today will face primary challenges or how they'll be received in their home districts as a result. And certainly the reports are that there are other Republicans who thought that he probably should be impeached, but were fearful physically for their own safety, for their family's safety, as a result of some of the activity that we saw last week and some of the online chatter about what folks would like to do to Republicans who aren't towing the line.
All right, Professor Caliendo, thank you as always for your perspective.
It's good to see you both.
You too.